All right, welcome everyone. Checking on that as usual. Start a few minutes early just to be able to get everything going. A few things. One is promoting this on my Instagram and on my Discord. If you're not on my Discord, I got links on previous videos because this is one I do for Ignition Casino, so I don't want to be promoting my own stuff here. And let me just check that this is on YouTube now. Well, it takes a few minutes, I think. Poker bubble. All right, it's already. Oh, I'm coming. Share, copy link. Thank you all for the patience. Since maybe there's a way I could do this without on the stream. I'm not a huge expert of streaming, so definitely could be doing this another way. I think I'll figure that out for next time. Appreciate the patience. That is why I kind of start a few minutes early too. And I just have my Discord left, and we can get going. All right, looks good. All right, welcome everyone here. How's it going, man? Thank you all for joining. How's it going? 619 Poker. Appreciate showing that you show up. And Nunchucks, thank you. We did really good last week. Up like $80, I think it was, in 25 no limit. That's 3 buy-ins in an hour. So I'll definitely take that. Definitely way above average. 80 an hour in 25 no limit. So let me just sit out. Now what I'm doing is just starting the games. So I'm gonna get everything all ready. Just gotta make sure everything's aligned so I can get going. So 1 table's here. Make sure this is good. 1 table. There we go, nice and pretty. That's 1, and the other one is over here. My amazing wife is bringing me a protein shake while I set up this. Thank you. Next Sunday's video is going to be with her. We're going to talk about what it's like having a poker player as a partner.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, so she'll be part of it. Thank you. So we are all set. Let's see. Maybe I could spread this one out a little more. And this side too. All right, let's do it. Let's get started. I'm back and I'm back. Let's play. Last week was a lot of fun. We're gonna play about an hour. So what time it is? Perfect. 8 o'clock. Now that is some good timing. We're gonna play 1 hour till 9 o'clock, and then we're gonna get working on content. So we're gonna start with hands. We got Queen Jack suited in the cutoff. So I'll definitely be raising. Let's copy this. I don't have to do that every time. They did tell me maybe I'm going to get an external program to be able to change some stuff, like changes the big blinds and half set sizes that I haven't done yet. And we were going to call that 3-bet, but I don't think I'm going to call a massive 4-bet. That's a really big 4-bet. So even though this is super pretty, you're going to have to let it go. Yeah, first one we let go. We were definitely going to call that 3-bet, but not a, how big of a 30 big blind 4-bet? I don't think my Queen Jack suited is doing great against that range. So yeah, we're going to raise our pocket 5s over here, so we have another chance. We did pretty good the other last week, hitting sets, mostly on a turn. And I did mention last week it was really fun. Big part of it is playing a lot of more 3-bet pots compared to live cash games, is how different things are. One of the big differences is there's just a lot more 3-bet pots because people play better online, even in 25 no limit. and people understand they gotta be 3-betting more. All right, we got pocket fives, so you get this flop, and I'm going to check with my pocket pair. Over here, we defend the big blind when the small blind raises. We flop bottom pair and a backdoor flush draw. That's pretty good. On this side, now he bets pretty small, and after checking back the flop, I'm not going to let it go yet, especially against a small size, so I call. Back over here, he puts out a small c-bet, and with my bottom pair and some backdoors, I am going to call. We don't turn any of those, and that does bring in the front door flush. And now this guy bets absolutely tiny. And yeah, let's call for a tiny bet. And it kind of seemed that vibe. He was going thin. So, anyways. Let's think more. It's like I think a good option sometimes. I think about hero calling when I don't consider about bluffing, and that did seem what it was. He was block betting with a medium strength hand. That would have been a fun spot to raise. You take on online poker bots, man. I beat up online poker bots. Just joking, but yeah. I mean, honestly, we're gonna talk about that in a second because over here we are going to 3-bet. 5x, since 4x we're out of position, and there's a caller in between. Big blind cold calls, cool, and everybody else folds. So, yeah, out of position. I'm gonna check. This cold call, and he checks back. He snap checks back. Let's bet small. Just trying to get ace highs to fold. There's a king. So yeah, my queen high isn't good. And if you call with some type of pocket pair or a 9, I definitely think he's gonna fold now. So let's rip it, and hopefully he thinks you have ace king, king queen, and he folds. Let's go. That was a beautiful river to be bluffing on. That helped us out. That river definitely helped us out because I don't know what he had, but that worked out. And thanks, man. Happy to hear that you like the vlogs. Trying to make it every week and mixing in some stuff like I'm gonna do this next upcoming week about like just sharing how it is. And just trying to share some helpful knowledge that I've learned through the 2.5 years now that I've been doing it. And about the bots, man, I don't know. Well, sorry, we get another hand. We'll get back to that. We're gonna defend a big line with queen jack off, and he's under the gun raise, and we flop nothing. So many bets. I'm gonna let it go. And I don't know how the bots work. I just think online sets a like how I just don't think I'm gonna go too much into it because I'm not knowledgeable about how to stop bots from happening. For what I understand, I do think Ignition is better than most with the bot situation, just because the way it's done, the way Ignition is set up. So I don't know. I just think it's better than most. It may still not be great. So we're gonna have two hands over here. We got queen jack off, queen king off. We 3-bet 10-9 off, and he folded. Over here, they do get one caller, and we flop a gut shot and 2 overcards. This is an interesting board. I'm gonna put out. I'm not sure here. Seems like it could go both ways about small bet and big one. I have plenty of 10s, so my thought process behind it, I have plenty of 10s and overpairs, so I don't need to go big. And he calls. Turn is that. I'm gonna check. I mean, sometimes my king high is even good here. So I'm gonna check, and we river brings in the flush. He checks, and I just think my king is good here sometimes. And I mean, I don't know. I'm getting ace high to fold now, and 9s, 10s. So yeah, I'm just gonna check. And we're good against pocket 3s. I got confident. Interesting that I decided not to bluff there when he's losing against everything. So you know that guy. I mean, I can't keep stats on people, but that guy definitely probably never bluffs if he didn't bluff there. All right. Well, let's do that again. We have king queen off and under the gun. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned once I got money back from, Because I used to play an ACR, and I guess I was involved in some cheating because they gave me money back. I got an email like years later just saying, someone was cheating and I was on the table, so they got money from me, and it wasn't much. I was playing pretty small, but yeah, that happened on the ACR. I didn't play that much, but I was playing some six max cash games there. I used to play tournaments during COVID. But yeah, so welcome everyone that is here. I don't think I mentioned it yet, so I'm gonna mention it now. This is part of a contract I'm having currently with Ignition. I'm doing 4 live streams this month, and then from the live streams and turn it into long format videos and short format ones. And big part of all of this is to get people to join Ignition. That's how I'll find out if this contract works out well, and they'll get me in the future. Is depending on how many people use the link and make accounts, because they're really trying to get more people onto Ignition. That makes a lot of sense, and I'll keep that going because we got to hand out pocket sixes, small blind calls, and ace high board. It's funny because I don't know what these small pocket pairs. I'm gonna check here. I mean, I'm not sure, right? Like, do I always see bet range even on ace high boards with pocket sixes? I mean, maybe. He bets on the bigger side. And I got myself in a situation because I'm not believing him. He called for the small blind. He could have plenty of Broadway. Sure, he could have aces too. I'm going to call one, so I'm just going to river 6, a 5. And am I going to hero call now? He checks, I check back. And we are good against Jack 9. So we got max out of there by checking back the flop. He just stabbed it. He just stabbed once. I was very much considering calling after I checked back the flop. And anyways, the link is in the description of this video. I highly appreciate the support. If you click that, if you don't have an account on Ignition, just make an account through there, because I would love to be able to renew this contract, because yeah, I'm trying to find more sources of income that's not just playing. And this is the biggest contract I've had so far. And anyways, we're in a small blind. We're going to 3-bet under the gun with a caller in between, and we'll get 5x because there's a caller too. One folds, and the second guy calls. Interesting spots and interesting flops too. 2 overcards and a gut shot. I'm putting out a small c-bet after 3-betting. Hopefully he doesn't rip it. I mean, if he rips it, I might just fucking I got a call. But if I bet small and he folds ace, a king, it's great for us, right? So I'm going to bet small. He clicks it back. So basically, well, I mean, if I hit my jack 9 king, okay, well, do I just donk now? That would be interesting, right? I'm not folding, so maybe if he has a 10 or 8, he will find a hero fold. Let's just donk. Because it looks like I have a king now, right? And if I get an 8, if I get a 6, if I get something like that to fold, and he folds, let's go, bro. Let's go. Finding spots. That was awesome. Just weird hands. I'm just trying to maneuver in the moment, so I'm happy that worked out. I really wasn't sure. But I'm like, I'm going to call a bet, right? So at least if I donk jam, it looks strong, like I'm going for value, and I could get some folds. So if I just check call, I just have to hit my drop. If I donk, I have some fold equity too. So anyway, sorry, we got pocket 4s. We defend the big blind against the small blind that raises it. And we don't flop too much, but it's not the worst board. We got some backdoor straight going on for us. So when he bets, I'm not going anywhere yet. I do call. Turn birds us. We just love turning sets. We are pretty skillful at turning sets. Now, I'm going to go for overbet. I'm going to go for an overbet. Why, you may ask? I don't know why. I just think that maybe he should. I just felt it in the moment. He folds. Maybe it's a little too scary overbetting when straights come in, but it wasn't like a gut shot. It wasn't a main draw. And it makes in 2 pairs. I thought maybe it'd be going check to check call. And yeah, I loved that hand before with the Queen Jack. That worked out very well. That was very fun. I wonder if it's good enough to make content. I do feel a lot better this time around playing online compared to when I was doing it last time. So that's nice because I've never really been able to make a profit online. I've never played consistently to really give myself a chance. But anyways, we got 5-6 suited over here with a player left to talk after me. I do got backdoors going on for me, so I'm going to put out a small bet. I'm not sure about here because people like live. I have a strategy that I just check a bunch with ace high boards because people play way too many aces. And yeah, when you get 2 callers and another ace on the board, that just makes it like it's so harder to get folds, and I get both of them to call, and that doesn't help me at all. So I'm just gonna give this one up. I was saying, I mean, I got a lot of turn cards that I could be barreling on, and I'm the one that has the strongest aces in this spot, so it seemed like a good spot to bet and have potential turns. Oh, we may have a big one here because we are in a big blind, raise, 3-bet, and we are going to 4-bet out of position. Let's just make it this is what I'm going to make it because my time big was going out. And yeah, let's do it. Cole 4-bets. Made it a decent size. He calls. Not the flop I was hoping for, but you can bet really small. Quarter pot. You can bet $2, right? Let's bet really small. He calls. Let's go. That ace on the turn. What a beautiful turn. What a beautiful turn. Isn't that so pretty? Let's bet that size. I'm just trying to get it all in by the river. Trying to give him a good price on a turn and a good price on a river. He calls. River is even, I mean, all of it was beautiful, right? But that's a great river too. I don't think he has many combos of 2-pair anyways. But just in case he's crazy and he calls me with 9-4 suited, he folds. That turn saving us small c-bet. Let's go right over here now. We raise the button with king jack off, small blind call. We flop top pair. And he calls. Interesting because it's a small blind, so I do think that more of a capped range. So I'm not going to go 3 streets for value. So I'm going to check here. That may not be the most rivers are good, right? He pots it. What are the bluffs here? Jack 10 gets there. What are the bluffs? There's no. I'm blocking Jack 10. Whatever. That may not have been the best play. Hey man, how's it going, Jar? No, I haven't. I have to. I may give it a try today. I just yeah. I logged into oh, this spot is interesting. I think I'll let it go, right? So that's a pretty hand, but 3-betting under the gun. Maybe if it was like cut off small blind against a small blind, but small blind 3-betting under the gun must be a good amount stronger, right? I'm gonna let that one go. But yeah, I got GTO Wizard now, and because I want to improve my game. I'm still working on the bootcamp I did, but I would love. I'm really wanting to just jump into GTO Wizard and just node locking and playing around, figuring out stuff on my own too. Sounds like another extra little layer to be able to work on my game. Over here, we got in the big blind King 10 off, so we're gonna defend that against the cutoff. And okay, we got second pair. King kicker and backdoors. So when he bets, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to call. Turn is a 4. Check again. And yeah, I'm still not going to go anywhere. I mean, he has a cutoff. He could have plenty of aces, but I don't think I could just be folding to 2 bets. So he does bet again, and I'm going to call again. Hopefully he's just stabbing a few times and he doesn't go for the triple barrel or improve on the river that we do not. Now any 3 is a straight. That'd be a fun spot to check jam. Should I rip it here if he bets? Should we be a maniac and just rip it here? Flush draw misses though. He did bet pretty big. All right, let's not be too much of a maniac. I was thinking about ripping it there. My line comes out. Over here, we flop a gut shot on ace high board. We're going to jump back to another spot because we have ace king again. Call. Turn a diamond. I'm going to definitely consider check raising. We don't turn a diamond though. We 3-bet ace king and they just let it go. And now when he bets and no improvement, just a gut shot. I think I got to let it go now. There's so many good turn cards. I was really thinking about check raising on decent turns, but that was not one of them. I wonder if that would have worked, just ripping down that river. He bet pretty big though. I should just try to go for it. Bluffs have been working so far pretty well online. I mean, pretty well. I mean, last week was my first session, so can't be results oriented. I'm really happy. I think I'm finding more spots than I used to. I didn't really find any. Just kind of going with my gut in a few spots. So welcome everyone. Wow, 22 views. That's amazing. Definitely way better than when I used to stream a little while back. So thank you everyone for joining. Want to hang out, talk, want to talk about anything, just jump in the chat. And let's have some fun. I'm still on here for a little while so far. Yeah, we got 40 minutes to go. And so far it's been going pretty good. Definitely up. And last week was amazing. I think we made like 80 bucks in an hour. And so that'd be super cool to build a little bankroll online. I think about 600 bucks. Ooh, pocket aces. Let's go. Let's play a big one. Looking like a big one so far. But play time to go since we are the button. So they make 3 bets wide. Always nice having a premium in the button since they're going to think we have a wide range. And they made 3 bets. Ah, I thought that was a 3-bet coming. We got one more chance. You got it, man. There we go. Look at that beautiful 3-bet. Look at that beautiful 3-bet. Let's make it 2.5. Let's make it a little smaller. We'll just call in between. So let's make it. Let's just not time out. Priority. Equals. All right, still great. I was going to 3-bet over here myself in small blind, but the button 3-bet himself. And do you ever use king queen off the call 4-bet as a bluff? I do not know. Just I'll let it go. How did you get yourself to play for a living? When did you know you could cut it? How many hours did you grind? I am not a good example on how to start. Story about how I started. I think I've said it a few times, so you may already know this if you follow my content. So I decided I wanted to do poker for a living. Funny enough, when I found out I was having my first daughter, because I always was grinding. When I moved to America, to LA for acting, and I realized that wasn't my thing. And then I went into writing that I still really like and I may consider to pursue in the future. But I wasn't going to make any money the way I was doing in the moment anytime in the future. So when I realized I was having a kid, I thought, what's the way I can make the money doing something I like most likely? And the only things I really liked was writing and poker. And it seemed like most likely I was going to make money with poker. So that's when I decided I'm going to try to do poker for a living. And we're going to just jump here and then we continue the story. I got 10-9 off in a big blind. Small blind raises. I call. We flop middle pair. And we got backdoors. I'm calling. Turn is a 6. That brings in the flush. Definitely not the card I was hoping for. He does check. That's great news. I still think I'd be behind. He'd be checking back with queens. That is a scary-ish card. I'm going to check back. River's a jack. I'm not loving it if he bets here. And that brings in straights too. And he overbets. Yeah, I'll let it go. So I decided then during COVID to do it I was going to pursue that. So I started playing online, but nothing really. Fast forward to what matters. We moved to San Diego post-COVID, and we find a place. And I used to bartend events and at bars when I lived in LA, and I didn't want to do that. With a kid and everything, I didn't want to be working at the night and be doing that type of job. And I'll get back to it. Never mind, we can continue. So I had some saved up money. I had a little bankroll, and we had saved up money because we sold our car, well, my wife's car, when the prices were super high. You know, when there was a deficit in cars, so we got amazing money for the car we had, and we had a good amount of money. We had enough to survive some months, and I had my bankroll. So we decided, I'll tell you, because I have pocket queens in a small blind. We got someone raises. He 3-bets. We're definitely going to just get it in with the short stack. Let's wait and see what he decides to do. He does not, so let's just put against him. 2.4. Just 3-bet. He folds. So I think I had like a 3K bankroll, something around that, and we decided, okay, we have enough money to survive for like 3-4 months. I'm gonna try to play for a living. I got the 3,000. If I lose the 3,000 playing, I'm just gonna go get a job bartending, and that's how I did it. When I started playing, I mean, I don't remember how I played, but I definitely was not the best strategy. But I did that, and I think I ran pretty well at the beginning, and then it just went from there. I built a bankroll. I went, and I've been doing it since. So let's jump over here, though. I defended a big blind. Small blind called. I defended big blinds under the gun. Under the gun checks back the flop when I flop top pair, 10 kicker. Now the small blind bets. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm not loving it exactly. That brings in the flush, and he just snap bets. I don't know why I'm not believing it, especially when people just cold call. Whatever. I call. Ace King. I don't know that one. I mean, they don't 3-bet pre-flop. These weird players, they don't 3-bet pre-flop with Ace King. And the King was good because less likely now he has Ace King. I just didn't think he had anyways. So maybe you could have found a fold there, but after checking out the flop, I thought maybe you're stabbing it. The flush did come in, so yeah, should have just folded there. And yeah, that's my story. So I'm not a good example of when to start playing poker for a living because we were just in fuck it mode post COVID. Because I didn't have a job, so it's kind of like, why am I gonna, let's just try this before trying to look for a job. And yeah, thankfully I ran well at the beginning because I was definitely, I don't think I played that great. I really couldn't say what my skills were at the beginning, you know. Really not that much. I'm sorry, I'll just say that. I think I do that sometimes. I just read and I don't say it out loud. How much poker experience did you have in live cash before you started playing with the 3K rule? Really not that much. A while back, we got a 3-bet candidate, bluff candidate. Sorry, let's just 3-bet bluff over here. 1.9. We got ace 4 suited against under the gun. We're gonna 3-bet him. 25, cold call. Then he calls. Hey, I don't flop anything. That's not the great board. Did I put any more money in here? I'm gonna check. Wave the flag a little bit. Ace queen, king queen, flush draws. And check. See what this guy in the middle. I mean, if you just him, I definitely put out a C bet, and he does bet. Let's move on. Really not much. How much live during COVID? I was living a little while in LA, and I played like 5-6 sessions. Really not that much. So imagine like what, 30-40 hours when I was in LA. It's almost nothing. And before that, I would just be playing on and off before I met my wife. For a little while, I almost tried to do it with a few buddies. We kind of split. We had a mixed bankroll, and we would just go playing in different tables, and we try to lower the variances, but we didn't have bankroll management. And when we just had a couple bad beats, we were screwed. That was back when I was bartending. So yeah, really not that much. You know, I just watch videos and try to study, but really not that much to really go for a living. Over here, we are in the button. We raise, big blind calls, king high board. Great for us. We're gonna bet. Not much going on for us. We don't even have backdoors. He calls, turns a 10. You go for a check. There's another 10. He checks, and can we just be good here sometimes with ace high? Nope, he had pocket threes. I mean, just triple barrel every time. That would have definitely folded. Maybe I could have bet that river represented a 10 a lot. That would have made a lot of sense. I should have thought that one through more. The 10 playing that way would make a lot of sense. How did he grind 2 until he moved to 2-5? Man. I'm not sure. It was 1-3. The goal, I remember had a goal to hit the 10k bankroll. And then I consider shot taking to the 2-5. But we have a few spots here. We're going to defend a big line with pocket eights against under the gun raise. We don't flop much. Over here, we raise the small blind against the big blind, and we don't flop much. And that board's definitely pretty scary-ish and good for the other players. I'm going to check. We let go to pocket eights when under the gun C bets. I like this board over there. I think he bets. I mean, what am I going to do? That's a bad board for me. My hand, and I think... I mean, I do have 9-8. I do have the straights. I do have all the sets. I have some. It may be better for me, but my specific hand, I'll see. The merits. I don't know, man, how long I played. I gotta look into that. Maybe I'll look into it and come back next time. Maybe half a year. 5-6 months. I think I ran pretty well at the beginning, thankfully, because... Yeah, I didn't have much experience, so I couldn't have been playing that great. So it was always nice that they grinded it up. And yeah, but I didn't play 1-3 for that long. I think I just kind of knew, like, well, we want to do this for a living, because for a while we had saved up money that was paying the bills. But like once that money's gone, 1-3 isn't going to pay the bills, as we found out on one of my series. That was a bummer. I don't know if you guys know, I did a whole series of kind of make a living playing 1-3, and I just ran like complete shit. Like, because I do think I can make a living in 1-3 at Hamul Casino. I don't know about other spots because the rate is lower than, I mean, they just pumped it up $1 more for the jackpot, so it is $6 now. But they have so many promotions. The games are pretty decent for the most part. You know, if you get to know everyone, I think it's a pretty decent game. You could win, and I know plenty of guys that make, you know, like 40 an hour playing 1-3. That's, you could definitely make a living playing 40 an hour. I mean, plenty of jobs you make way less than that, right? So, but when I did the whole series, I just ran like hell. And I remember what my hourly was, but it was like 17 an hour, 16 an hour. But that was while running very bad. So the fact that I made minimum wage playing like running really bad in 1-3 just tells you how, like, yeah, it could be pretty good. All right, over here we saw a free flop, and we flop middle pair. And a flush draw. I'm just going to bet small, check back the turn, and hopefully blush the river. Oh, dude, back in those days, I was... How much would I bring back then? Oh, we river trips. That's always nice. Do I have a raise here? He potted it. There's a straight. There's a flush. I'm just going to call. King 2. He's just bluffing with air. When I was playing 1-3, 300 max buy-in, I think I would bring just a couple bullets. Like 6. Can we 3-bet here? I think so, right? Made it pretty big too. What is it? 2 point. Let's do this one. 2.7. Yeah, I think I'm bringing like 600 to 800. Just a couple bullets. Really not that much. I think it was something like that. Yeah, like 300 to 600. Because I remember. Oh, they folded. I remember when I played in LA, right? I used to play at Hollywood Park, and the games over there they had were very action, but the format was super shitty. They had a 2-5 that was basically like a 2-3 because there was a 300 max buy-in. So, and then they had a 5-5 that was $500 max buy-in, and I would play the 2-3. But I remember thinking like, let me just play the 5-5 because it's pretty shitty. Just a 2-3 and the max buy is 300. Like, you're so short. Like at least 100 big blinds. So I remember deciding to play the 5-5, but I was so nervous because I usually at least bring 2 buy-ins, but like at the 5-5 500, I was like, I don't want to bring $1,000. I would be so nervous about having so much money on me. So I know that from back then. So if $1,000 was a little overwhelming for me to bring back then, I think when I started, I would take like, I think I would take $800, like 2.5 buy-ins. That's my guess. And let me catch up with all you guys. Thank you for being active. My local monthly players are all sharks and they are hard as nails to get against. What do you do if the players are extremely tough? What do you mean by because I mean honestly, I don't think any 1-3 player is going to be extremely tough because they play 1-3. I don't think I'm extremely tough. Understand? I'm not talking shit about 1-3 players. I mean, I play 2-5 and even 2-5 players. Like, I don't think there's any extremely tough 1-3 or 2-5 player unless those are the biggest games around. Like, I think sometimes the 2-5s in around here can be pretty tough because there's some really good players because there's no bigger game. Sorry, let's jump here. I just checked back out of motion and we turn the flush. I would have c-bet the flop, but hey, we turn a flush now. So when he bets, I'm going to call and we river nothing. But now when he checks, oh, I just think my line doesn't make sense. What am I calling with? A block bet. Let's just bet tiny. Trying to represent. Let's try to represent an 8. Just try to say we have 8 or 7 or like I'm just trying to get like ace highs to fold. He calls. He called with an ace high. Ace king. Get out of here. 3-bet pre-flop, dude. He called with ace high. That's what I was trying to get to fold. So. All right, let's go back. Let's try to focus while playing too, because I would have c-bet the flop, and that would have had a very different outcome if I was focusing, because I would have bet the turn too. But so okay, I'll answer everything. Appreciate everyone with all the. We're gonna c-bet here. Let's give it half pot, being lazy. We flop top pair, top kicker against the big blind. He folds. So, yeah, Oregon, I heard, it's not the best for, yeah, again, even if there's nothing, it's 1-3. I don't know. I mean, you just understand how they play, because, like, are they very tight? I think you just got to exploit whatever they do. Like, because when I play 1-3, like a lot of times they say like some players are really like bad to play against, but like I remember doing a boot camp and like there's no like really, oh sorry, I'll get to that, I'll get to everything, I'll be going through it. We just got pocket kings now. We're gonna play this one, and thankfully the button did raise, so we're gonna 3-bet him. I remember them saying in the boot camp there's, oh geez, big blind cold calls, cool. A lot of cold calls today, and he calls too. I'm gonna check out of position. I'm gonna go for a check raise in this board. I think if that pocket pairs, this is a lot of pocket pairs. I'm gonna go for a check raise. I mean, I'm not too worried here. Against you get pocket 9s, pocket 7s, 9-7. Well, I guess depending the size, he bets. He does bet half pot. I'm gonna go for a check raise. I mean, we're gonna get stacks in anyways. So I bet $10 and then rip the turn. Yeah, let's go for that. What is this guy doing? What is this dude over here doing? He calls, turns a 5, and yeah, let's just rip it, guys. I mean, I don't know what's going on here, but this is definitely going to be real. So, oh, I left $1.71 behind. This hand just gets weirder and weirder. He folds. Maybe even that dollar behind looked extra strong. I don't know. That was a weird hand. Hey, but the check raise worked. Wow, that was a decent pot. So many times, like, just understanding how they play, because I remember, yeah, what the bootcamp said was, like, it's no bad game. There's some games you're going to just play tighter, and other ones you're going to play more aggressive and wide. Like, I remember a lot of times, like, when I play 1-3, all the tight OMCs think I'm like a maniac. Because I'm very aggressive with them, because I get them to fold so much. Like with a lot of these OM, like very tight players, I'll just bet. I'll triple barrel so often with them because they fast play everything and they'll fold so much. So they end up on the river with a very weak range that I could get to fold a lot. because they'll check raise a flop a lot. They'll check raise a turn, and they don't have a protected range, and they are very tight, so they'll fold a lot. So it's funny because with those players, they think I'm like super aggressive, and but then when I'm playing with more aggressive players, more maniacs, they think I'm tight, and they think I'm a nit. Because with them, I go more on the tight side, and so yeah, it's just playing the most exploitable way against the opponents you have. So being on a game when there's a bunch of OMCs and tight players, it happens sometimes when I play like, Tuesdays are the slower days for me that most days I just play 1-3. And before I just be like, I mean, usually I try to get in better games too, but now I just use those sessions as just to try to be way more aggressive. And the thing is, now you're more aggressive. Now they're gonna widen. They're not dumb either, and they start widening the range. And now it's a lot of times like a lot of these like tight players don't want to fold to me. So now I drift a little bit. I switch. It's like, okay, some of these guys, they get resentful. They even get resentful towards you when they have the usual game style and everyone plays the same, and then you show up and you start being very aggressive, and they start getting resentful, so they don't want to fold to you, and then you just switch your game. And now you just get to bet a lot more for value, and they're going to be calling you a lot wider. So I just think it's like kind of seeing the way they play and exploit it, because yeah, I mean, even if it's only game, if it's just a 1-3, I don't think really like good players will be playing a 1-3. They'll just find other ways of playing. So anyways, we're here in the big blind. We defend with king queen off, and we just turn the nuts. He checks back though, so I'm just gonna pot it. Once he checks back the flop, and he could have hit stuff with that. He could have jack 10. He could have 10-9. And let's just go really big. Go really big, saying I have a straight or nothing. He calls. Let's go. Let's go with those overbets. Let's go with those overbets. After checking back the flop, and that turn gave him a lot of 2-paires. So I just think he's going to fold. What is that? Pot and a half? I got called there. Let's go. So that's my thought against some that. Yeah, even if it's only game, I think. Yeah. Anyways, sorry. JR, I'm located in San Diego. I play a Hamul casino. All right. Oh, I think I folded with king queen off. Thanks, man. Thanks for the shout out to the Discord. Yeah, if anyone wants to have the Discord, it's actually really good. There's good players on there, and like especially one guy, P-Warm. I know his real name, but online it's a weird name. But anyways, he's like, I definitely consider him one of the best, if not the best player in San Diego. Hopefully that if he's watching, that doesn't get him too to his head. But yeah, he's super active there. He does coaching, so he's more active than me there actually. And now we got pocket kings in a button, and he'll reply to a bunch of stuff, and the feedback he gives is pretty amazing. Huh. All right. We got pocket kings, and there's an ace high board, but there's 2 of them. That's pretty nice. A short stack. Do you ever check here and just let him go berserk? I'm just going to check here and then go for... Ooh. Do they have bad beats in... Is there bad beats in Ignition? I mean, a queen's there. That's so shitty. I'm going to rip it for value. I'm jamming here for value. Like, I'm jamming here for value. That'd be crazy if... Nah, it's so bad, though, because he needs ace-king. But I don't think there's a... Jamming for value. Let's go. Let's go. Non-believer. I wouldn't believe it either. That check back working out. All right. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know. Every place is different. I would believe like maybe like it's definitely better than most 1-3s just because it's the only game going on. Do you know what the rake is in those games? But I would recommend a lot is this really, because if you play a lot with these players, it's kind of if you do GTO, just like that's what I want to start doing. Because one thing I don't want to fall into the with GTO Wizard is just starting to learn what is GTO, because players in live just don't play that. What I really want to focus on is just node locking and just really, because I know how I play so much with the same people. I have a pretty good idea of how they play. So I want to node lock and just like kind of give the GTO, the system, an idea of how my opponent plays and see how I can exploit it. So like imagining maybe this one player is so tight, he'll fold everything by the river that's not 2-pair or better. Do I just bet every single time because it's just making money because they fold too much? Anyways, over here we have the nut flush draw. We raise in early position, and the big blind calls, and we flop the nut flush draw, and he folds. Very exciting. That's my way. I think I'm going to start using GTO Wizard is like that, just node locking and just try to recreate how I think live cash players play and go from there. Over here I got pocket eights. He folds. Do I 3-bet pocket eights against a small blind if he raises? I don't know. Well, I guess not when he makes it this big, right? So I'm just going to call. No set, but just one over cards, so I'm not going to go anywhere yet. Over here, we're defending the button with, we're raising the button with this hand. You see, bet's pretty big. And again, I'm not going anywhere. Turn is pretty ugly. And yeah, no, he bets tiny again, but yeah. Why am I calling here? I mean, let's let it go. See, catching up with this. Yeah, I'm not sure about Oregon. I really don't understand how the law works around all of this. Because, I mean, I get that online poker is illegal in most America, but, you know, you got all these content creators making content. I'm making content. I'm getting contracts with it. So, I really don't know how it works. Do I 3-bet here? Let's 3-bet him. I'm not sure. I think it maybe bottom range. Queen 10 suited against this guy. Hope he doesn't rip it. And yeah. There is well, I'm not going to talk about that on this one. So yeah, I think check out. I could get back to you on next week to see where. Anyways, I 3-bet here. We got backdoors going on for us here. That is really nice. I'm going to put out a small C-bet. I get $1. Quarter pot, $1. Let's do it. He calls. Turn. You know, lead. He does donk. I guess that makes my decision a lot easier. Because, I mean, I don't have anything. And sometimes these lines, because when I did the boot camp, that is a strategy. If you don't want them to fold, just like, because it's not all GTO, the boot camp I did. It's just exploiting like cash players, trying to make the most money as possible. So if you think someone isn't that strong and they will fold, if you check raise, the line to do is to call and donk turn, because you get less fold equity a lot of the times if you just call and lead turn compared to check raising. Yeah, I mean, check it out. I think at Final Line, I mean, I think you could play on Ignition over there. I think you'll be fine. If you want to use the link in my description, I'll say that right now. If you're going to do that, I appreciate it. If I got the link in the description, this is a whole part of a contract I'm doing with Ignition Casino. I'm making content for them, and they're financially reimbursing me, and that is absolutely amazing for me because I'm really trying to make poker not my main source of income. And this month, it may not have to be because this is the biggest contract I've had. If I get this contract every month, it's just a game changer for me. So I'm really trying hard to put out good content that they get good results. And all the results are really people using the link that's in the description of this video and making an account. So yeah, if I get a good amount of people joining through the link, they're going to renew my contract because it's a month-to-month basis. So if you're thinking about trying out Ignition, I would really appreciate it if you use the link in the description of this video because that will show that they're getting stuff worth of what they're giving money for. That was very badly said, but I hope you understood. So yeah, I'm really hoping this contract goes for more months to come. And anyway, so if you do want to check it out, I do think you'll be fine in Oregon. But I mean, I think you could pretty easily Google it and find out. And yeah, the link is in the description. Yeah, I think like as a taxable late thing, I just think it's a gray area that they just don't really care. Because there is some states that you can't, but the site won't let you. All right, over here where we have a hand, we got ace queen off. What are all these cold calls? I'm getting so many cold callers when I 3-bet, and they both call. And yeah, that was a weird spot with cold callers, and nothing going on. I'm gonna check. I don't know. Cold calls so many times as pocket pairs. Now he bets. Yeah. I don't know. Discord link. If you, I uploaded a vlog today. If you look at any of my previous vlogs or videos that's not online, I got my link there. I just because this is oh shit. Sorry, I lost the. Because this is with Ignition. This video is for Ignition. I'm doing it part of the contract. I just don't want to be promoting other people's stuff. I raised the button and I raised the cutoff and the button just ripped it. So yeah, king jack off and just let it go. I'm echoing. Is this not working good? Sorry if the audio is off. I checked it before. Is this happening to other people? Is the audio just not good? Let me know if the audio is no good. So I'm hoping I can have good quality stuff here. Hey man, thanks. If you already have an account, is there any way to still support? I mean, maybe click it anyways. I don't know. I don't know if they could see that. I don't know if that will help. But if maybe if you just want to show some love and click the link and log in, I don't know honestly. So if you don't want to, I understand. But if you just for the chance that maybe they see that people have seen it. By just clicking the link, maybe that will help somehow. I'm not sure, but thanks, man. I really appreciate the thought behind that. But yeah, I'm not sure if that will or not. I'm reading. Sorry. Oh, we got hands. Things are going on. Sorry, everyone. I gotta remember to. I just folded that. I shouldn't have folded that. I gotta remember. I'm working on my live stream skills, and one of them is when I'm reading the chat. I should probably be reading it out loud, so I'm not just quiet looking at it. And here we are in the cutoff, and we raise with queen jack off. It's off audio. God damn it! I mean, I checked it before, so it's coming from this for sure. Well, that's a bummer. It's coming from here. Yeah, for sure it's coming from here. If it's not working good, I'll just buy a new microphone. I got this one back from Amazon. Good news is, I'm beautiful thing of my casino. We'll jump to that in a second because I'm defending the big line with this fun hand to play with, you could say. Ooh, it looks prettier than it is. I got a gut shot. A lot of potential, though. There's the potential, but brings in the flush. We hit our gut shot, but now I'm going to bet. I think he's betting the flush on a flop. I'm going to pot it. I'm not, let's not pot it. Let's bet here. Interesting hand. I think they're going to be calling a lot with the club. Interesting river. I'm going to bet again. I'm going to bet too big. Bet $2. I think I'm good for the most part. I think they would have check raised. Ooh. He calls. I'm good. Let's go. Okay. So it's just my fault. I'm just not doing it. Okay. That's good. That's good to know. Because last week it was good, so maybe it's just my bad that I'm just not getting close enough to it. So that was a nice hand. And over here we got pocket queens in the small blind. And yeah. He calls, turned, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty bad possible run out, right? 2 overcards in the deck, those are the ones. I'm going to check again. He checks again. And put out a block bet. $0.50. I don't believe you, sir. What is doing this? I don't believe. What is doing this? Ace Jack. He checked back to ace. Yeah, maybe I got a little sticky there. Nice play by him, knowing that he's good when I bet so small. This is an interesting spot. I checked back twice. Now he bet the turn. I know he overbets. And after I checked twice, I mean, this brings in some hands, but I'm going to hear a call again, I think. 7-9. Ooh, wow, that's the only hand that made sense. He did runner. He runner to straight. Good for him with that overbet. I mean, that's a good spot. I didn't share it. Basically, I turned second pair. It went check. I checked the turn again. He bets, and he basically runnered a straight. That was the only thing that really made sense. But yeah, good for nice overbet by him. We got queens again over here. All right, we got pocket queens again in a big blind. We're gonna 3-bet to $3. Sorry about the echo. I'll be checking this out. Hopefully it's good enough to make content with. So we 3-bet with our 8s. I'm gonna small. I'm gonna check here. As in a big blind, I think he has a lot more 8s than me. So I don't think I'm going to just be betting a bunch. Maybe more in a small blind. He bets half pot. So not going anywhere. Turns a 5. Really not loving this, honestly. He checks back. That's great. Do I ever check here? Do I ever check here? If he's ever bluffing, I think he will bluff after I check, and he does check back. Probably should have went for value on the river. I do like my check on the flop because we're pretty deep now with that player, and I'm in a big blind. I don't have any 8s, I don't think. So if I bet there and then raise and they start going at it, it really... Okay. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate the help with the mic. Yeah, it's got to be really close. Yeah, because I think I did it last week and it wasn't bad at all. So maybe it's just this. Thank you all. It's ignition works. It's legality depends on your local laws. Just to go for it if you don't care. The problem won't be coming to you halt. You go to jail. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure as well, because I remember some sites or some like states, like the site won't let you play there. I think like if you're in a state that you can't, like ignition just won't let you. Do I 3-bet under the gun? Let's let it go this time. Maybe I 3-bet there with 10-9 suited. Thank you guys for helping out with that. So I think you'll be fine. I do have personal benefit from saying that because I want people to join. So, you know, don't do your own research. But yeah, I mean, I stream it. I'm playing and streaming it for the public to see, and I don't have an issue. So I think someone privately in their house will be completely fine. Like there's so many people publicly playing. And so yeah. Anyways, thank you everyone for joining. This is over here. We got a limp pot. We flop 2-pair. Monotone board though, so not as strong as you'd usually think 2-pair is. He calls. Let's keep on going for value. Let's pot it. That does bring in 5-6. Ooh! We flop a flush over here and a straight flush draw. So flush draw board, I think it's usually a small bet. There's an ace. Man, Nate, I'm gonna check back. Ooh, wow, we did flop the flush. Lucky me. He leads now. Interesting. Gonna call. Queen river. Nice river. I mean, I think he's saying I have a pretty shitty flush. So most flushes I'll bet him 9. We got away on that river. Ah, now he overbets and it is what it is. I mean, I got a flush. I'm not folding. If he has a full house, I bet a flush it is what it is. So I do call. Let's go. So see, sometimes overbets or bluffs too. So he had the nut flush draw. Interesting line to decide to donk instead of check raising. Because again, that has a lower fold equity. So if you have the nut flush draw and you're trying to get folds, I definitely just consider more check raising than just donking. Over here, we defend a big blind against the button and we flop bottom pair. And some backdoors, so I'm not going anywhere yet, but I'm really not loving it. Now I am liking it a lot more. I think raising maybe overplayed a little bit. The straight is there. Better kickers, full houses, so I'm just gonna call one more time, just take a little bit, and hopefully he'll triple it off with worse. Or 7. I'm just calling again if he bets again. He checks and we're good. Nice few minutes. Yeah, talking about, I just read, I'll read the comments, sorry, I'm working on that, not just reading, but what Urid01 says, the quality of the game seems a lot better with even little real money on the line, fake money, pokers, and selling. Yeah, I mean, I would not play fake money, because I don't think it depicts what it really is. Just people are going crazy, like already you're playing these small stakes, people do weird stuff. So I'm going to value bet this river when it checks twice. I think my jack is usually good here. I think you'd be considering betting with a flush draw. I get raised again. God damn it. You check twice with a flush draw? Ay, ay, ay. These river raises just usually aren't to hand. Wait, I don't have a time bank. Alright, whatever. Whatever. You river raises in position are usually a strong hand, and I just have second pair. So I won't go crazy. And here we're called again. Lines don't make sense. Oh, over here we flop 2 pair, limp pot. He checks. Let's pot it. Let's overbet. Try to build a pot here, guys. He just folds. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend playing fake game because I don't think you're gonna. I don't think you're gonna improve your game there. I maybe play it if you're just trying to learn how to play like the rules. But if you're really trying to like be good, I just don't think that's the place to go. Oh wow, it's already 9 o'clock. Wow. Well, we played for a full hour. That was really fun. Thank you everyone for joining. This is the best stream I've had ever. So I really appreciate it. Let's just sit out the next big blind and play these hands. Ace high board. I think usually the standard is small c-bet. I don't have much going on for me. He calls, turns a king. I'm going to check back because I think I'd be sometimes pot controlling with if they're at 4 and he donks. So yeah, I'll just let that go. Play a few more hands until we hit our big blind. And I think we had another good session. I think. We'll check it out now. One table is done. And they are both. Oh, wait, no, wrong one. Sorry. Something's a little off. All right, there we go. They are both done. So that is great. I'm pretty sure we are up another decent chunk. So 2 successful logs in a row. Nice. Yeah. These have been very good a few days. Let me see. I think I learned how to see how much I'm up or down. Because last time I mean, I think as well. Yeah, this is not correct. Oh yeah, there it is. Net activity. That is correct. Sorry. Let's see. This is great. Look, we are up $46. That's great. I mean, we're playing 25 no limit, 1 hour. So last session I was up 80 something. This session I'm up 46. So we got our bankroll up to $646. I think I was at like 500 last week when I started. So that's definitely a nice little pump. I'm feeling pretty good. I think I ran pretty well too. But I feel way more comfortable with my play now compared to last time. Just a boot camp, it was for online, but I just think it gives you a really good like mindset on how to think spots through and find the bluffs. So I'm really happy with how I played. I thought it was gonna be rusty, but I feel better than last time. So it's really exciting. Again, 2 sessions, and it's independent. Like I am up. I did run good, so maybe that may be influencing my thoughts a little bit now too. But yeah, I do feel more comfortable, and it is 25 no limit. But again, it's just been always a goal for mine to be able to be profitable online too, because I do want to become a good player, and if you're a good player, you should be able to be winning online. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining. I'm just gonna read the last comments. Thank you, nice job, good session. Thanks, man. That's why I was asking about 1-3 advice, because I played up in Washington at Fortune Poker Big Room, and the old fossils here are way more crafty. Thanks for your poker vlogs, by the way. I really like how you. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I think 1-3. They're just, people are so wacky. Like, some people are just insane, and you just gotta just think it through. So much of it is just kind of thinking the range, just being able to follow the story. Because sometimes it's just random situations, especially in 1-3. Like the last reel I posted, it was just so random, and then it was just from 1-3 game. And I think that it's what's really important is just follow the whole story they're telling you. Like, see what they did on the flop, what they did on the turn, and did on the river. Just kind of don't let go of the range, right? Because I think a lot of people in 1-3, they make the big mistake that now they're on the river and a bet happens, and they're like, oh, this is a big bet. They could have a straight, but maybe the straight makes no sense if they're thinking through the flop. Like, maybe the flop is ace king 7, then the turn is 2-3, so 4-5 is a straight, but the player check called a bet, and like 4-5 is never calling a bet on the flop. So it's just stuff like that. Because with some players, they just do random stuff, and I do think it's really important just really following the story from the pre-flop, flop, turn, and river. Just never let go of what their range is from every street, so you can narrow it down and they make the best decision. You know, like, so much, it's not GTO. Like, I think GTO Wizard is pretty limited unless you node lock for especially low stakes, because people play so off to what GTO is. Like, even I remember doing the boot camp, and they're showing like a spot in, like, you know, the Pio was saying you should call with all these hands, right? And it was a good amount of them, and they're making money, and they're like, okay, like, and then they showed the opponent's bluffs, and he just took off a few of them. Like, they still had a lot of bluffs, and when they just took off a few spots, so many of hands are making money bluffing are now losing a bunch. And in live, especially 1-3, like, they're bluffing even way less than that. So I do think that's a big factor that I'd recommend. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, that is it. I'll mention it again. Links in the description if you want to play on Ignition. I play cash, so that's what I know more about. Tournaments, I think that's pretty good stuff too. But for cash, it's my favorite site to play online. There's usually always games going on. And because it's all anonymous, you know, there's no names, so you can't keep track of people in zone at all. In the regular games, you could just keep track of them with like poker trackers, but just for the sessions, so you can't keep big amounts of information over people. So I do think that drives more pros to other sites. So I do think this player pool is better, and I did get that from a few other sources that they recommend playing Ignition over other places because it's a softer player pool. And yeah, thank you all for watching. This was the best site. Again, link in the description. This is the best stream I've had so far, so I really appreciate all the love. And I'll be back next Sunday. Next Sunday, I have 2 more for sure that I'm going to do. And I may keep this going on, let's see. But hopefully I can keep it going on with the contract for next month. But for sure, I got 2 more the next couple Sundays. I may do it at 7 instead of 8. But anyway, 7 or 8 o'clock. If you want to check out my Discord, check out the previous ones. And if you want to keep track of what's going on, you can check me out on my social medias, on Instagram especially. I'm very active. I share every day kind of big hands that I have in a session, so you could, follow up a little more on the daily grind of my sessions. So anyways, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate everyone that was super active and all the views. And I'll see everyone next week.